Texas League Baseball is next. And a good Tuesday morning, everybody. We'd like to welcome you into our live broadcast at Texas League Baseball. And now the voice here of the San Antonio Missions, John Baker. Well, thank you, Bob. Good morning, everybody. We welcome you into a live broadcast of Texas League Baseball. It is the first game of 6 between the visiting San Antonio Missions and your Frisco RoughRiders. Well, today is going to be a nice day, but otherwise we do have some thunderstorm activity around the area, and so far going to be a pretty overcast day, accompanied by the rain and thunderstorm activity just off to the west of Dallas, Fort Worth, and even Frisco as well. Well, anyway, we're joined in the booth by my partner and friend, Bob. How you doing, Bob?
Doing good. How are you?
I am doing swell. Happy Taco Tuesday. And so far, our proud broadcast today is Taco Bell. And so far, many other restaurants that serve tacos and all types of stuff as we go through today. But anyway, as we look at today, and so far as we look at the restaurant called Rose's, I tell you what, $7.99 if you are in the Permian Basin, and so far pretty good if you do live in Midland, Odessa, Amarillo, San Angelo, Austin. You know, it's a pretty good time to get in and get you some pretty good tacos, if you know what I mean. Got Rose's Cafe. It is $7.99 Taco Tuesdays, and that means you only pay $7.99 with no tax included, so that's pretty good. Well, today is Education Day here at the ballpark, as the Frisco RoughRiders are having the kids, Frisco, Dallas, Stoll metropolitan areas to come out to the ballpark here on this first game of 6 between San Antonio. And so far, going to be a pretty good day today on who will win. Well, anyway, we have our teams here today. San Antonio and the RoughRiders starting this morning. We'll have Tulsa and Wichita, Midland at Corpus Christi, Springfield at Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas at Amarillo. They will all start later this evening at 7:05. So that will be pretty good, as first two teams here today, the Missions and RoughRiders, getting ready to start on a day like this. Well, first road travel to Frisco in the 2026 season. And so far, after the 6-game set, San Antonio will head home, and so will we, as we take on the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks next Tuesday night at 7:05. Missions after that will head to Wichita to take on the Wichita Wind Surge. And so far, yeah, we are definitely going to be there as well, and many other road and home games this season. And so far, pretty good. Well, anyway, we are just about close for our first pitch of the ball game. It's overcast with temperatures at 78 degrees. And so far, as I said before, that there is thunderstorm activity around the area. We're definitely getting ready to see some rain and thunderstorm activity. And even for San Antonio as well, the storms will fire off this evening towards the west of the city, and they'll push eastward, but a lot of it will have probably lightning, and a lot of it, like it did on May 1st, as San Antonio took on the Tulsa Drillers there at DCJ Field, and got to say, we were 3.5 out of that series, and so far we lost our equipment, and we were out of work for a while. But most evidently, I don't think we'd ever forget that on May 1st, but most evidently, we learned a valuable lesson in not keeping electronics plugged in during a lightning storm, but most evidently, we definitely learned. Yeah, we sure did, John, but anyway, a lesson learned is a lesson learned. Well, that is for sure. We'll now take you down to the field on this first game of our 6 game set. Yes, the crowds, the school independents are here as we take on San Antonio this morning. And so far, our first pitch at 11:05, which we are just about 5 minutes till the 11:05 start. And so far, pretty good. All right, Winston Santos will be a right-hander this morning. It's a 4-seam slider, a changeup, and a 2-seam fastball. And so far, pretty good as we get ready to go for his side. Second base, Cameron Crowley getting out there and playing the second base area. Shortstop, Luis Verdugo coming in now as we get ready to go here for the top of the first inning for San Antonio. And away we go as 1 ball and no strikes. And it's 11:05 right now as we get started this morning. Missions and RoughRiders today and rest of the teams this evening starting at 7:05. That is right there, and the fouled off. And the count now at 1-1. Padres and Texas Ranger affiliates here today. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count, and here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. The count now at 1-2. San Antonio on Sunday lost to Wichita. The final score was 7-5. And right there, a swing and a miss, and the first strikeout going for Santos as he struck out Luis Verdugo, and there's 1 down. Roberts and Salas will be the next 2. Sanabria, Carpathios, Fabian, Middle, Verdugo, Murphy, and Castellon will round it out here for San Antonio this morning. Center fielder is Kai Roberts as he'll swing and a miss. The count now at 0-1. Overcast morning here today. Sun and clouds mix, and that's ground ball straightaway third in time, and that's out number 2. First road trip to Frisco in a long time. And so far, a pretty good one. Ethan Salas coming in. Two outs, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Boy, getting jumped out of his shoes on that fastball. And the count now 0-1. The pitch is again swing and a miss. No ball, 2 strikes the count now as an 0-2 count. So far, pretty good. That one is right there, fouled in the way. The count now still hanging on at no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2. Here's the pitch. High pop up straight away. The catcher will get it. And that is the inning. No runs, hits, or errors for San Antonio this morning. As we now head to the bottom of the first. And it's no score. RoughRiders coming to bat. Missions right-hander Victor Lizarraga coming in now. It's a 4-seam curveball, changeup, and a 2-seam fastball. We'll get it going here today for San Antonio. So far, Missions wearing their road grays with SA logoed Mission caps. And so far, pretty good. Right fielder is Orlando Martinez as we get going here. Bottom half of the first inning for the Frisco RoughRiders. That one is fouled in the way. The count now in 0-1. No balls and 1 strike the count. And the pitch is right there and in for strike 2. Right behind home plate, Jerry Davis calling balls and strikes. Good home plate umpire in the Texas League, and right there, that is a called third strike. And the first one for San Antonio by Victor Lizarraga, as he'll take that one for the out. Today's starting lineups for Frisco: Martinez, Hardy, Verdugo, Guerrero, Drelling, Gutierrez will be middle. Harvard, Johnson, and Coley will round it out here today. Theo Hardy, next batter up for the RoughRiders, will come in and take a strike inside, 0-1. A lot of kids coming in on a education day. Pretty nice as well, and so far we'll learn about severe weather as well. Yeah, always got a good factor about that there, John. You always got to think, what is the day that severe weather usually comes on? Could come any day. The 0-2 delivery, and that one right there, ground ball straight away up to shortstop. It's rode down to first as Sanabria gets it, and that is out number 2. Gilder Figueroa coming in now, the third baseman. Here's the pitch. And that one is popped foul. The count now 0-1. Got fans watching from San Antonio, which that's pretty good. Watch us on the big screen. Don't forget, you can watch us here, YouTube Live, which they have us dialed in from. Well, that will do. Play made as Sanabria will get that one, and that will conclude this first inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody on. 1 inning down. It's on now to inning number 2. And San Antonio coming to bat.
For San Antonio, the
first baseman Romeo Sanabria coming in as we lead it in the top half of the second inning for San Antonio. And that one is a slider outside. It's the count now 1 ball and no strikes. Thunderstorm activity just off to the west. Luckily, we're not going to have any more rain after a while, but we were in a 14 to 15 minute rain delay trying to get started here. But so far, pretty good as of right now. Yeah, I got to say, John, it's good. Mother Nature held off just for us to play baseball this morning. Well, that is for sure. So 2 balls, 1 strike the count now to Sanabria. And here is the 2-1. That one right there, straight away to short. And up in time to get the out. And that is 1 down. Well, that'll bring up the next batter, right fielder Braden Carpathios. Carpathios ready to go. Here's the pitch. Right there, ground ball straight away up to second. In time for out number 2. Man, tell you one thing. 2 up, 2 down. Jeez. Nothing really doing here, right, John? Yeah, I got to agree. Designated hitter is Albert Fabian. Fabian coming in is set to go. Humidity. We'll talk about that as well, but thunderstorm activity can fire off the humidity. So far, what we've seen last night there in Wichita, boy, the storms are going really bad there at the ports. Yeah, I bet they got a lot of rain from that. I bet they did. Wind surge baseball out there as San Antonio will be there within a few weeks after taking on Corpus Christi. 2.5 as we go through this half inning. And no one on base, no hits, no errors, and nobody on as well. Pablo Guerrero coming in. We lead off the bottom half of the second inning for Frisco. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Yeah, tornado watches, went all the way from Wichita to Kansas City. The Kansas City Royals got postponed because of the severe weather. If they were in town, but I bet they were. I bet they weren't. That one high in the air, straight away up to left field, and that one is carrying. It is gone. And that one was a home run by Pablo Guerrero. And the Riders now get on. It's now 1-0 Frisco. Man, I tell you one thing. He came unglued and hit the darn crud out of that baseball. That one just right out of the ballpark. Pretty good right there. Here is Dylan Drilling. Here's pitch. And that is in. And I'm not going to call that a strike, but they're going to see where that was. The call is still going to be held as Jerry Davis says no. That is still going to be called a strike. So 0-1 to count. 1. And the inside for a strike. It's the count now at 0-2. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. They got him.
Batting 6, the center fielder, number 25, Anthony Gutierrez.
Well, that'll bring up Anthony Gutierrez. There's pitch, and right there for the strike, as that was a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. So last couple of teams here in the month of May, Frisco and Corpus Christi. The 0-1. And that one ground ball straight away. The third all the way to Sanabria as he'll make the play for out number 2.
Designated hitter, Trevor Hopper.
Designated hitter is Trevor Hopper as he'll come in. Ready to go here for the RoughRiders. And that is out of play, foul, and the count now 0-1. We'll have Wichita to start off the month of June. Just as a lot of kids and a lot of high schoolers about ready to graduate this 2026 school year. And yes, everybody knows that summer vacation's coming in. Kids are out of school. They get to go have fun at grandma's house or, whatever they do. I remember you're telling me the story of when you were out of school. I remember. Well, that one's right there. Line drive straight away. And that is through for a hit. On the first, going to second. And there's going to be a leadoff double by Trevor Hopper.
Batting 8, the catcher.
Man, pretty good right there, John, as we all look at it. Well, it is a pretty good one here. And yes, that was right in the line. Just a few inches. So that baseball was definitely in play by Trevor Hopper. Cooper Johnson coming in now as he'll get in there and take a strike. It's the count now 0-1. Johnson is behind the plate. He's the catcher for Frisco here today. Wichita will be the first team in June. Then Frisco will go to San Antonio. And then San Antonio will be on the road for 12 days straight. Lead off 6 with Corpus Christi and 6 against the Arkansas Travelers. And that one is going to get fouled off. The count now 0-2. So still hanging on that. Missions will be back home to take on the Amarillo Sod Poodles. Then it'll be off to Midland right after that.
Ball 1.
Well, Candace Fitzgerald, how are you doing? Hello there. You were first in the live chat. Here's the 1-2. And that one is foul. We'll wrap up the first half of the regular season there in Midland. We take on the Midland Rockhounds. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that will be out number 3. And that will be the side retired. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. As we head now to the top of the 3rd, Frisco up 1-0.
Leading off for San Antonio, the third baseman, Rodman.
Well, here's the third baseman, Rosemond Verdugo coming in. 7, 8, 9, bottom half of the order, top of 3 for San Antonio. That one right there is a swing and a miss. And the count now, 0-1. That is right there. Ground ball straight away short to first in time. And that is out number 1.
Batting 8, the left fielder, number 1.
Thank you, Candace.
Murphy.
Which team are you going for, San Antonio or Frisco? Well, definitely for the Missions as well. Well, I know you are, and I know I am. 1 ball and no strikes now. Kai Murphy to the plate. Here is the 1-0. Well, she's for San Antonio instead. Well, after the 6 games in Midland, we'll have the 4 days off. And then we'll start up on the 17th through the 19th against Corpus Christi and 6 against the Frisco RoughRiders. That one is right there, and out of play, foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now. Trying to get the base hit going. That one is a high flyer. Straight away, down in center field as it lands for a base hit.
Batting 9, the second baseman, Marcos.
After 9 games with the homestand, 3 with Corpus Christi and Frisco, we'll hit to Amarillo. And then it'll be 6 against Springfield. High in the air, straight away, up to second. And that is out number 2. Last 6 times here in Frisco will be August 11th through the 16th. We'll compete against the Kansas City Royals AA affiliate, Northwest Arkansas. Luis Verdugo coming in now is going to hit that ground topper right there. Throw down to first and in time, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left for San Antonio. We hit bottom of 3, RoughRiders up by 1.
Leading off for Frisco.
Do I have a horse?
Cameron.
Well, I do have a partner out there at good old West Creek Trail Rides. West Creek are a proud sponsor of San Antonio Missions Baseball here on the show 26. That's right there. Up to right field as Carpathios will get it. And that is 1 down.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Forget our new season, Picani, coming up this fall for season 3. Right after the season ends. Right fielder is Orlando Martinez. As that's a swing and a miss. The count now 0-1. Connie is a pretty good horse. Loves his friends. Little spicy when it comes to him having a little temper tantrum, but evidently keep him in charge. Well, right there, out number 2 is as the center fielder gets there and make the play. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Theo Hardy. And the pitch is in for a strike. The count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. And that is in for a strike. And the count now 0-2. Of course, we go on trail rides. We have a pretty good time. Come check us out. We're located there in San Antonio in a pretty good place called West Creek Trail Rides. Come ride with us. Book your online reservation and online at westcreektrailrides.com. Also, give Lana a call at 210-616-6585 to book online. And right there, the countdown, nothing and one. 0 for 1 pop out. The third baseman for Guerrero. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0 for 1. And that is in for a strike. The countdown, nothing and 2. After that series against Northwest Arkansas, Missions will hit the Springfield. Last home season games will be against Midland for 6, starting on September 1st for the 6. That's high fly in the air, straight away up the left field is Kai Murphy. He'll make the play. Sweet. That'd be good too. Season ends in Amarillo starting on September 8th through the 13th. That Sunday game will be it. Center fielder Kai Roberts coming in as he'll ground ball straight away first. And that is out number 1.
Now batting, catcher Ethan Salas.
Do I play Roblox? Nah. Not really much of a Roblox kind of guy, but I do play this one, and well, normally during the baseball season, it's April through September with this game. The broadcasts that go in here. That one is the line drive straight away up to left. And boy, they are getting them outs like nothing else. That's how Frisco rolls.
Romeo Sanabria.
First baseman at Romeo Sanabria. Don't forget, Game 2 tomorrow evening. 7:05, our first pitch. Fortnite. I used to play that one. That was a really good game. I play the Star Wars version, and yeah, pretty good. Get them bad guys with some lightsabers. Here's a 2-0. And that is right there. Liner straight away, and that is a base hit robbed as the shortstop Hardy will get it, make the play in the half inning. No runs, hits, or errors in, nobody on for San Antonio as we hit bottom of 4, and it is 1-0 Frisco. First baseman is Pablo Guerrero as he'll lead it off for the Riders. Minecraft. I've actually heard that. I haven't played it, but I heard it's really good. How about Destiny? Destiny 2 was a good game as well. Dylan Dreiling coming in. So far, a pretty good one. So, Bob, have you ever played any of them games? Well, Minecraft I used to play. Fortnite, yeah, I remember when we were in the off season, you showed me how to play that. Yeah, I remember. Now, 2019. Mode the show. 19. I remember that one. 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. And right there, blew it right by him for the K. And that is 1 down.
The center fielder, number 25.
Anthony Gutierrez coming in now. 6-hole batter for the Riders. Right there, now to play. The count now, 0-1 as it hits the ground tarp. Oh, yeah. MLB The Show 2018, I used to play that one. 15, 16, 17, and 18 seasons. 19 as well. I did 19 there in Amarillo. We were the Padres affiliate against the Amarillo Sod Poodles. San Antonio was AAA during that time. And another affiliation for the Milwaukee Brewers. And then after COVID hit, that was something else. Yeah, the team got downgraded back to a AA and stuff. Yep. Victor Lizarraga today has 59% of his four-seamers for strikes, which is really good. He throws a nasty 98-mile-per-hour fastball. Mode 11-11. Don't really know that much about that. 1777. I haven't played that one and stuff. But that one outside, the count now 2 balls and no strikes. Have you heard of those type of games there before, Bob? No. 2 balls and no strikes. That one right there and out of play. And the count now at 2-1. 2 outs, runner at first. 1-0 Frisco. Bottom of 4 as Trevor Hauver comes is 1 for 1. And that one is outside. The count now at 3-1. So they're going to take a look at this. And ball got overturned. So the count now is 2-2. Here's the pitch. Called third strike. And Hauver down looking. Well, so far as we head for the 5th inning, no runs on a few hits, no errors. 1 left on as we head to the top of the 5th. And Braden Carpathios will get going. Baseball 9. Is it 2009? Because I haven't played well, yeah, it's been a long time, but haven't played that one. But anyway, we'll be right back in our broadcast. Or MLB The Show 2009. I have not played that one. That's kind of the old logo type games. You know, San Antonio didn't have this current logo that we have. They had a missions logo and, you know, a logo that you see a baseball getting hit out of the ballpark. And it said missions on there. It was basically the old logo. You can find that on Google Photos if you want to see a little bit more about the logo San Antonio used to have. Frisco was also an old logo. But anyway, pretty good. Well, we'll be right back after this, and don't go anywhere. Got more baseballs we had for the, the top half of the 5th inning for San Antonio when we come back. Now set to go for the top half of the fifth inning for San Antonio. Right now, the RoughRiders Baseball Network. Braden Carpathios coming in as we get set to go. He hits that one ground ball straight away up to third in time, out at first. And that is a quick out number one. Tell you one thing, John, we've been seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings for San Antonio here today. And here is the 6-hole batter designated hitter, Albert Fabian. Well, that is for sure, Bob. I pop up straight away. And boy, that is just another out wasted. As Fabian is down on a out. That'll bring up Rosemond Verdugo as he comes in. 0 for 1, a ground out for San Antonio. Gray skies, and so far the sun's starting to get through those, and even though off to the west of Dallas-Fort Worth, the Frisco metropolitan areas where the severe thunderstorms are starting to fire off. But mainly I'm looking at the Weather Channel, and so far those thunderstorms look like they're going away from us, so that's good. Well, it's good that Mother Nature's letting us play baseball this morning, and so far it's always a good thing to see what she's doing for us. That's right, there's ground ball straight away, and that is out number 3, and that is the side retired. So no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio. RoughRiders in the lead. It's 1-0 over San Antonio. RoughRiders catcher Cooper Johnson coming in is 0 for 1 as we welcome y'all back to the ballpark on Education Day here for the kiddos. That's right there and out of play. And the count now 0-1. The kids getting out of school. As you know, some schools are getting ready for the graduations. That one is right there, and that is going straight away center field as Roberts will get it. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Cameron Coley. Well, we kept y'all posted on YouTube Live's community chat as most evidently, if there is any imminent severe weather through this week, we'll definitely keep y'all up to date on any cancellations whatsoever on any ball games, and this week against San Antonio as well. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Coley, as that is high popped and found. The count now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the count, and here's the pitch. And that one's bunted foul, and the count now 1-2. What a great crowd we have here today, right, Bob? Gotta say, John, yeah, a good morning crowd, and so far pretty good. High in the air straight away, up the left field as Murphy will get it. And they're 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Orlando.
Right fielder is Orlando Martinez, who's 0 for 2, a strikeout. 0 for 2 of the morning. I was going to say evening, but I will say, slap me silly if I say that. You're funny. You're just a silly guy there, John. Right there, there's a liner straight away up to center field for the base hit. A 2-out single continues this half inning. That'll bring up Theo Hardy. 1 for 2 of the day, and that curveball is outside. 1-0 the count. 1 for 2 single today by Hardy. 1-0 delivery, and that one is a high pop-up straight away. Foul, and the count now 1-1. Victor Lizarraga looking in. Yeah, right there, and they got him. Boy, and I tell you what, that was impressive. They got him out at second as he tried to steal, and that ends the inning. Well, another look at a halfway point of our baseball game this morning. And so far, just now reaching about the close to 1 o'clock area. So far, a pretty good one here for Frisco as they lead 1-0 against San Antonio. Got a great morning crowd. Kids are coming out, and a lot of those getting ready to do a pretty good school day. Top half of the 6th inning for San Antonio. Here is the left fielder, Kai Murphy. Murphy coming in, ready to go. And the pitch. That is right there, straight away. Can he beat it out? Yes. He is safely on. And that was a beat-it throw. And as we look to see where that was, his foot was on the bag. He beat the throw. He is safely aboard. Marcos Castañon coming in as that's downstairs. It's 1 ball and no strikes. So for 1, a pop out here today for San Antonio. So far, a pretty good start to the half inning, which was really good for that batter to get on. That one is outside, and the count now 2 balls and no strikes. A good hold up. The tying run now at first base. And that one is outside. The count now 3-0. Luis Verdugo getting ready to come on. San Antonio could really do some damage if they get on base and get a runner in scoring position. And right there, ball 4. And Santos is like losing the battle here. Verdugo coming in as the shortstop is 0 for 2 with strikeout and a ground out here this morning. Overcast with temperatures at 78, close to almost 80 today. Humidity is up by 100%. No balls and 1 strike the count, and here's the pitch. And that one is fouled in the way. The count now 0-2. First and second. Here's the pitch. And that one is downstairs. It's the count now 1-2. One-two delivery. Right there, ground ball. And they get 1. They got 2, and that's a double play. That moves a runner from second to third on that ground ball. Boy, 2 down as they come in. Here is Guy Roberts. Here's the pitch. And that one high in the air, straight away. That one's carrying and right to the wall. Man, that could have been a 2-run home run for San Antonio. But he had his back to the wall and he gets it for the out, and that means that no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left as we head now. Bottom of the 6th. RoughRiders up 1-0. Theo Hardy coming in now for the bottom half of the 6th inning, right now on the RoughRiders network. Going up against Victor Lizarraga as the first pitch is in, and that's the 61st of his time on the mound for San Antonio. And that is right there, the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. And that one popped foul, and the count now 0-2. Now, fans saying in the chat that there could be a potential severe thunderstorm later in the evening. And even for San Antonio, even for Frisco, and those that are expected these severe storms, you know, that right there could definitely come in. Well, that's going to bring up the next batter. That is Figueroa. Figueroa is the last name for this guy. That's in the count now, 0-1. Something told me that a no-out double just happened for the last batter. The 0-1 delivery, and that's downstairs. The count now 1-1. Well, gotta say that I guess that will do for Victor Lizarraga, as here comes the manager. And so far, he's seen enough of the starter here today. So he's going to pull him out of the ball game, and so far that's going to do for him as he heads to the bullpen.
Now pitching for San Antonio, number 28.
Well, Andrew Dahlquist coming in now, as he'll come in first in relief. Four-seam, two-seam, curveball, slider, and the changeup getting ready to go for San Antonio. And now here is Gilder Figueroa coming in now for Frisco. High pop up straight away, and Murphy gets it. So what a way to get something going, and now move the runner from second to third.
The first baseman, Pablo.
And so far, pretty good on that. Here is Pablo Guerrero. Second inning, he hit a solo shot, and he pushed across the first run of the ball game for Frisco. I'm going to say a pretty good one. Well, fans are saying about 8, 9, 10, 11, close to those times tonight that severe thunderstorms will roll through San Antonio like crazy. Yeah, I got to say, it looks like it's going to be a heavy rainmaker. And so far, windy conditions, thunder and lightning. It's going to be one of them things. That is high in the air, straight away, and that is through for the two-run shot. And that is his second home run of the day. And Frisco leads it now 3-0. Boy, San Antonio is really having a tough time trying to get things going. I bet they're still asleep this morning. I bet they are. I bet they didn't have their first cup of coffee just yet. Would you like a donut? Probably that too. And now here is Dylan Drilling as he'll come in. Take a strike inside. It's the count now, 0-1. I'll tell you about 9 o'clock tonight. You know, people are just guessing for the severe weather. 9 p.m. tonight for San Antonio as we look on the weather. Be 99%, 100 by 10 and 11. I mean, really, it'd be coming down heavy rain, lightning, and probably close range lightning as we look at it. That one's going to be right there, line drive, and that's through for a hit. Boy, and that's a double for Dylan Drilling.
Now batting.
Oh, and look at that, right off the radar gun, 104 miles an hour. Boy, this guy just really getting something going. Well, the 6-hole batter, Anthony Gutierrez, coming in now, as that is fouled in the way. The count now, 0-1. Well, do you think the Frisco area should get storms tonight? Oh, I know so, because evidently we've had severe weather early this morning, but it wasn't too severe. Maybe a 15-minute rain shower. It's about 10:45 as we saw the rain falling here at the ballpark. Not enough to get the game postponed, but if it was a long track thunderstorm, that would be a different story to tell. Here's the 1-1. That one high in the air straight away. And that is up to the center fielder, Roberts, as he's got it for the out, and there's two down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Trevor Hoover.
Well, Trevor Hoover coming in as about set to go. Designated hitter is up to the plate now for Frisco. And that one is a high pop-up. And that'll land in foul grounds. It'll go foul. No balls, one strike, the count. And here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Count now 0-2. Dahlquist is rubbing the sweat off of his forehead as he takes off his hat just for a second ago. So far, that's how bad the humidity is. It's strong, and no doubt that we have thunderstorms during this year and through the summer months as well. I gotta say. Well, if you look at this guy right here, Guerrero hits a 2-run shot, and now extend the lead to 3-0 against San Antonio, and RoughRiders up by that 3. Bell set to go for the 7th inning. Here is Ethan Salas, 0 for 2. And that one is tilted high in the air. And that's going to get down through for a base hit. And San Antonio has a leadoff double for Salas. And so far, that was just pretty cool right there. Here's Romeo Sanabria. Here's the pitch. And right there, changeup gets him out pulled for strike 1. I tell you one thing that even fans are saying there at Nelson Wolff Stadium, the humidity feels like sticky pancake syrup. Oh, does it? Feels like somebody just takes a whole bucket worth of pancake syrup and just puts it right on you. Oh, you're funny there, John. Well, they're not doing a ice bucket challenge. They're doing a Slurpee bucket challenge. 1-2. Right there, and now to play. Foul, and the count now still hanging on. Even though I remember ALS when we did those ice bucket challenges, if anybody that you didn't call out didn't do that ice bucket challenge, they'd have to send $100 straight to ALS. Braden Carpathios coming in as a right fielder is 0 for 2. I remember doing a video on Facebook calling out a guy by the name of Curtis Wubina and my uncle Ronnie Baker to do the ice bucket challenges, because basically I challenged them to the ice bucket. You know who I challenged? I challenged my brother and my sister-in-law and my niece and nephew. You did? Wow. So how did that go? Did you win on that? Well, my sister did it. My brother-in-law, he did it. My niece didn't like cold water, but my nephew did. So let me guess. Your niece had to pay up the $100. Yep. Out of her pocket. That was funny. Well, we go to the 7th inning stretch. No runs on a hit, no errors, and one left for San Antonio. Bottom half of the seventh for Frisco as we get ready to go. It's seventh inning stretch here at the ballpark. Cooper Johnson leads it off for Frisco when we come back. We're about set to go as we lead off the bottom half of the seventh inning right now, the RoughRiders Baseball Network. Cooper Johnson about set to go for the Riders here as we lead it off here in the bottom half of the seventh inning as Andrew Dahlquist gets things set to go. That one's downstairs, the count now 0-1. Underway on this Tuesday morning, ground ball straight away short. In time by a footstep, and there's one down.
Now batting, the second baseman, Cameron Coley.
Cameron Coley coming in now. So, Bob, if you know about Cameron Coley, how many years has he been on the RoughRiders? I would say he's been on since 2023. So about 3 years in Double-A. Yep. Some of those guys don't even stay for 3 years, but most evidently, if they have a lot of work to do in Double-A, then that'd be pretty good. That is for sure. They have to earn that call-up track to Triple-A and stuff. Right there, ground ball straight away up to short. Sanabria gets it in time for route number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 6, Orlando Martinez.
Well, that'll bring up Orlando Martinez as he comes in. And that one fouled in the way. The count now 0-1. 3-0 RoughRiders here in the bottom half of the seventh inning here today. Education Day here at the ballpark as that is lifted high in the air straight away. Sanabria gets it in front of the home dugout, and that's the inning. So no runs, hits, or errors in, nobody on for Frisco as we head to the top of the eighth. RoughRiders up 3-0.
Leading off for San Antonio.
Rosemond Verdugo coming in now, the third baseman, 7-8-9, bottom half of the order. Top half of the 8th inning. 6 outs to go for San Antonio as that is in for a strike. And the count now 0-1. Game 2 tomorrow evening at 7:05 for a Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday games going at 7:05.
Now batting.
Then road travel day as San Antonio will head back home to take on Corpus Christi. And it's off to Wichita right after that. Ty Murphy coming in now as that one is going to be pelted right on cue, and it is gone. And right there as San Antonio finally gets on the board after 7 innings, by golly. Yeah, that was pretty good for San Antonio, and Missions now get on the board. And Ty Murphy just got something going. 443, and pretty good on that. Yeah, that was pretty good there, Bob. Well, the RoughRiders manager's coming out as he's seen enough of his starter, and so far that's going to do for the Riders.
Now pitching for the RoughRiders.
Well, here is Ryan Lobus. Lobus now coming in as the 4-seam cutter, slider, splitter, and sinker. Lobus now pitching for Frisco. Marcos Castañon will greet him up first, as that's a swing and a miss. The count now 0-1. Frisco leading this game by 2 runs ahead of San Antonio. 3-1 our score. Top of the 8th inning. Castañon, the 9-hole batter straight on the plate. That one fouled behind the backstop, and it's the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and that is out number 2. Luis Verdugo coming in now. He's the leadoff batter. Is 0 for 3, a strikeout and 2 groundouts. I hope everybody is enjoying their day here at the ballpark. And so far, Game 2 tomorrow night through Sunday. And that one's well crushed, and that is through for a hit. And he's going to get back in safely, as that could have been a double. And Luis Verdugo just hit that one straight away left, and now the tying run, Kai Roberts, coming in. Well, I tell you one thing, John, if they could get this ball game tied up, San Antonio could get in and try to win here today. Oh, that would be nice. No balls, 1 strike the count now. And that is right there, and out of play foul. And the count now 0-2. Boy, wishing that ball would have stayed fair. That would have been nice. Yeah, for sure. Here's the pitch. And that one's getting away. And that is going to be a wild pitch. Now that'll move the 2nd run for San Antonio in scoring position. That is one thing you don't want to ever do, is let your guard down on that. And that baseball just missed the catcher Johnson. And so far, not pretty good on that. Well, 1 ball, 2 strikes says, here's the pitch right there straight away, and that will do it. That doesn't haunt them enough, but 1 run in to score by a solo shot from Kai Murphy, and that'll put them up to at least 2 for the RoughRiders, and it's 3-1. Bottom half of the 8th inning, here's Thito Hardy, the shortstop. 2, 3, and 4 due up here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one high in the air, straight away left field. Murphy on it. Makes the play for out number 1.
Batting, the third baseman, number 5, Later Figueroa.
That'll bring in Gilder Figueroa coming in now. That's right there. Line drive straight away up to right field. Through for a hit.
Now batting, first baseman, Pablo Guerrero.
Pablo Guerrero coming in now. 2 back-to-back home runs here today. Boy, tell you one thing, it's pretty good to see that this guy can really hit a baseball. And so far, that was his secondary home run. 3 runs from him here today.
Nope, ball one.
So far, pretty good. 1 ball, no strikes. That is 8,529 today in the Frisco RoughRiders audience. That one is right there. The count now 1-1. RoughRiders after today will have 5 games left with San Antonio. It's pretty good as well as we all look at it. 1-1. Right there, straight away, and that's get through for a base hit. And going to third as he's there safely. And it's now the corners. It's now first and third.
Now batting,
And 1 down.
number 8, Dylan Droyley.
Well, that'll bring in Dylan Droyley. 1 for 3. And the pitch. That one is out of play. Found the count now 0-1. 1 for 3 double by the left fielder here today. And the pitch.
Ball, inside.
Curve ball is outside. The count now 1-1. Here's pitch. And that is in for the strike. It's 1-2. I'll tell you one thing. It's a pretty good day today as we're now getting close to the 1:30 hour. And right there, and that's a swing and a miss. 2 down as Dylan Droyley gets struck out by Andrew Dahlquist. Anthony Gutierrez is up now. 0 for 3. And that's going to be a high fly in the air, straightaway up to right field. And the right fielder will take it himself for the out, and that will do. Carpathios gets that one, and so far pretty good for him. 9th inning coming up. RoughRiders up 3-1 as we head for the
Now
9th.
pitching for the RoughRiders, number 20,
Well, pitching for Frisco, Austin Roberts. 4-seam slider, 2-seam fastball, getting ready to get on with the closing door assignment.
Leading off for San Antonio.
And so far, here is the top half of the 9th. The catcher is Ethan Salas. Salas coming in, is ready to go. Wind up and the pitch, that's a swing and a miss. The count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, the count. And here's the pitch. That one is out of play, foul. And the count now 0-2. That one popped foul, still hanging on. 0-2, one more time.
That's a ball.
And that one is high and outside. It's 1-2.
No, that's a ball.
And that one is going to be a challenged ball right there. And that is called for a strike. So it's overturned for strike 3.
Now batting, the first baseman, Romeo Sanabria.
Well, that'll bring in Romeo Sanabria. San Antonio down to their final 2 outs. And that one is lofted high in the air, straightaway center. And that is out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Braden Carpathia.
Braden Carpathios, the right fielder, is the final out here in this San Antonio roster. And so far, pretty good here today, and that is going to be outside. The count now 1-0. Don't forget, in San Antonio, make sure you unplug your electronics as the storms go through this evening. And right there, that will do it. The RoughRiders will win this first game against San Antonio. Not a bad thing, but most evidently it's a pretty good win here today for the Riders. Children education came to a pretty good day. Winston Santos getting the win. Save is Austin Roberts, and the loss is Victor Lizarraga, as he gets credited with the L. And so far, pretty good on top of that. Well, anyway, Frisco now at 21-17. And San Antonio now 20 even on win and losses. But anyway, pretty good. Well, the rest of the evening is watching the other ball clubs play. And so far, it'll be Tulsa and Wichita, Midland at Corpus Christi, Northwest Arkansas at Amarillo. And so far, well, let's see. Springfield. We got to see what's going on. I think Springfield and Arkansas got rained out. But most definitely, we'll check on that and see what happens. We could go on the MILB TV app and see. You know, Springfield at Arkansas. Yep, they have been postponed. Okay. As it's coming down storms, and well, so far they have just called it, and they didn't even play baseball today because it's coming down that bad there in Arkansas. But anyway, we'll have 3 teams tonight: Tulsa and Wichita, Midland at Corpus Christi, and Northwest Arkansas at Amarillo, getting ready to go. So, yeah, welcome to the new week of baseball, and so far, good win for Frisco here today. And the final score 3-1 against the Missions. And so far, hope everybody enjoyed this broadcast today, and so far, it was a pretty good day getting going. There we go. I'm going to get a pretty good pop-up logo. Looking really good. Looks good. Well, anyway, yeah, the other ball clubs are starting later on. So gotta say, a pretty good time to watch them and enjoy the rest of the evening. But anyway, hope y'all had a great day today, as we've had a pretty good day today here in Frisco. And so far, hope y'all come back tomorrow evening 7:05, our first pitch against San Antonio. And so far, pretty good. For all of us here, myself and Bob, we wish you a happy Taco Night Tuesday. And so far, if there is any rain in the area or anything like that, we will definitely let y'all know in our live chat here on YouTube. Well, anyway, Game 2 tomorrow evening, 7:05, our first pitch. I'm John Baker, and you've watched RoughRiders Baseball. And for more, check us out here as we go through the season and as we go through the day-by-day in the series. Well, y'all have a good rest of the evening, and see y'all tomorrow night, 7:05.